Good morning, students. So, from today, we will start a new chapter, addition and subtraction of higher numbers. Children, earlier you have already learnt addition and subtraction of a two-digit number, but in this chapter, we will learn the addition and subtraction of a three-digit number. The method of solving the sums is same as earlier, but the only difference is that the hundreds digit is added in this. Okay, so let us begin. The first topic that we will do is adding three-digit numbers without regrouping or carryover. So the first question that we will solve here is 325 plus 312. So whenever we start solving the sums, the first thing that we will do is we will write the numbers one below the other. So the first number here is 325. Children, you already know that 325 has 3 hundreds, 2 tens and 5 ones. So accordingly we will write it in the place value chart. So we have 3 hundreds, 2 tens and 5 ones. Now the next number that we have is 312. So the same way it has 3 hundreds, 1 ten and 2 ones. We will put a plus sign here, and the next step that we will do is, so this is the way how you will write the numbers. Now the first step here is add the ones place. So in the ones place we can see we have 5 and 2. So 5 plus 2 will give us 7. The second step is add the tens place. So in tens place we have 2 and 1. So 2 plus 1 will give us 3. Now the third step is add the hundreds place. So in hundreds place we have 3 and 3. So 3 plus 3 will give us 6. So the answer is 637. So let us take one more example of this type. We have 562 plus 35. So the first thing that we will do is, again the same way, we will write the numbers one below the other. So let us see how to write the numbers. We have 562. So it has 5 hundreds, 6 tens and 2 ones. Now the second number is 35. So children, where we will write 35 in the place value chart? Will we write it like this? 3 in hundreds place and 5 in tens place? No, we will not write it like this. We will write it as 3 in tens place and 5 in ones place, because in 35 3 is tens place and 5 has ones place. Now the first number we'll write it in the same way, 562. We'll put a plus sign. So children, this is the correct way of writing the numbers one below the other if both the numbers have different number of digits. Now coming to the next step, we have 562 and 35 at their proper places now. Now the first step here is add the ones place. So when we add the ones place, we have 2 plus 5 will give us 7. Then we'll add the tens place. 6 plus 3 will give us 9. Then add the hundreds place. So children, here we do not have any digit, so we'll consider it as 0 here. So 5 plus 0 will give us 5. So the answer is 597. Now children, let us solve one story sum related to the same topic. So here we have, this question has been taken from page number 86, exercise 1. We will solve the J part. So the question says, John got 337 marks in the half yearly exam. He got 112 marks more in the final exam. How many marks did he get in the final exam? So here children, we can see in the half yearly exam, John has scored 337 marks, and in the final exam he has got 112 more marks than the half yearly exam. So how many marks has he scored in the final exam? So we can see here, in the final exam he will score these many marks, that is 337 plus 112. So if you add 337 and 112, that is the total marks that John has scored in the final exam. So now coming to the procedure to how to write the steps. So here we can see John has scored 337 marks in the half yearly exam. So the first step will be marks got in half yearly exam. So that is equal to 337. So we will place 337 in the last three blocks below H, T and O column. Okay. Now the next step will be for 112. So the step will be more marks got in final exam. So how many more marks he got in final exam? He got 112 more marks in the final exam. Now children, we have to find out how many marks he got in the final exam. So for that, the third step will be marks got in final exam. That will be equal to, we will put a plus sign here. Then first we will add the ones place. 7 plus 2 will give us 9. 3 plus 1 will give us 4. Again in the hundreds place, we have 3 plus 1 will give us 4. So the answer is John got 449 marks in the final exam. So children, this is the way how we will solve the story sums for this topic. The next topic that we will do now is adding two-digit numbers with regrouping. Regrouping means carryover. So the first question that we will see is 70 plus 39. So before adding the numbers, first thing that we will do is we'll write the numbers one below the other. So we have 70. So the first number 70, we will write it below tens and ones column because it has 7 tens and 0 ones. In the same way, the number 39 has 3 tens and 9 ones. So we'll place the numbers in their proper positions in the place value chart and we will put a plus sign here. Now coming to the next one, we have to add the ones place first. So if we add the ones place, we have 0 and 9. So 0 plus 9 will give us 9. Then we will add the tens place. In the tens place, we have 7 and 3. So 7 plus 3 will give us 10. But children, will we write 10 in the tens column? No, we will write only 0 from 10 in the tens column and 1 will go as carryover in the hundreds column. So here children, we do not have any digit in these two places. So this carryover will be written here as the answer. So the answer here is 109. Let us solve one more question related to this topic. So the next question here we have is 19 plus 91. So first thing, we will write the numbers one below the other. So the number 19 has 1 10 and 9 ones. The number 91 has 9 tens and 1 1. So we'll put a plus sign here. Now the first step that we will do is add the ones place. So if I add the ones place here, we have 9 and 1. So 9 plus 1 will give us 10. So we will not write 10 here in ones place. We'll just write 0 here, and 1 will go as carryover in the tens place. Now the next step is add the tens place. If I add the tens place here, we have 1 plus 9 will give us 10. Adding the carryover to it, 10 plus 1 will give us 11. So children, in 11 again we have a 2-digit number. So in that 1 we will write it in tens place, and 1 again it will go as carryover in the hundreds place. So here we do not have any digit, so we will automatically write this 1 here. So the answer that we will get is 110. Now let us solve one story sum related to this topic. This question has been taken from page number 87, exercise 2 of your maths time book. We will solve question number I. The question says, there are 63 cows and 27 buffaloes in a farm. How many animals are there in the farm? So here children, we can see there are 63 cows and 23 buffaloes. So if we have to find the total number of animals, so we will add 63 and 23. So let us learn how to write the steps for the same. So here we are. So there are 63 cows. So for this step, we will write number of cows. And how many cows are there? There are 63 cows. So we'll write 63 in the last two blocks below tens and ones column. Now the next step will be number of buffaloes. So we'll place it here. How many buffaloes are there? There are 27 buffaloes. So we'll write 27 in the last two blocks below 63. Now children, we have to find the total number of animals. So to find that, and the step for the same will be total number of animals. So we'll write total number of animals here. Then we will put a plus sign here. And we will add. So adding the ones place first, 3 plus 7 will give us 10. But 10 is a 2-digit number, so we will write here 0 and 1 will go as carryover in tens place. Now adding the numbers in the tens place, we have 6 plus 2 is 8. 8 plus the carryover, that is 1, will give us 9. So the answer will be, there are 90 animals in the farm. So this is the way how we will solve the story sums related to this topic. The next topic that we will learn here is adding 3-digit numbers with regrouping of ones. So the first question related to this topic that we will solve here is 408 plus 309. So before solving, we will write the numbers one below the other. So the number 408 has 4 hundreds, 0 tens and 8 ones. The second number, that is 309, it has 3 hundreds, 0 tens and 9 ones. So this is the way how we will place the numbers in the place value chart. Now the first step is to solve the ones place. So if we add 8 and 9, which is in the ones place, we'll get 17. So 17 is a 2-digit number. So we will take 7 from that and we will write in the ones place. and 1 will go as carryover. Now the next step is add the tens place. So if we add the carryover, that is 1 with 0 and 0 in the tens place, we'll get 1 plus 0 is 1, and again 1 plus 0 will give us 1. So we'll get 1 in the tens place. Now the third step, that is adding the hundreds place. We have 4 and 3, so 4 plus 3 will give us 7. So the answer will be 717. Now let us take one more example of this type. Add 326 and 5. So children, let us learn how to place the numbers in their proper positions. So the first number here is 326. So there is no doubt in that. We have 3 in hundreds place, 2 in tens place, and 6 in ones place. So it can be written it like this. Now the next number, that is 5. It is a single digit number. So children, will we write 5 it here? No. Will we write 5 in the tens place here like this? No. So we will write 5 in the ones place because it is a single digit number. The first number is 326. So 3 in hundreds place, 2 in tens place, and 6 in ones place. So children, this is the correct way of writing the numbers if they have different number of digits. We will not write 5 in hundreds or tens place. So these two ways of writing the numbers is not correct. The only correct way is the third one. Now let us solve it. So here we are. The first step, add the ones place. So if we add the ones place, 6 plus 5 will give us 11. So we will write here 1 and 1 will go as carryover in tens place. Now adding the tens place, we have 2 and 1 as carryover. So 2 plus 1 will give us 3. Now the third step, that is add the hundreds place. So in hundreds place we have only 3 and we do not have to add any other number in this. So we will write 3 here. So the answer will be 331. Now let us solve one story sum related to this. We have this question from page number 88 of your maths time book from exercise 3. We will solve the G part. The question says, Maya read 2 books in her holidays. The first book had 164 pages. The second book had 108 pages more than the first book. That means in the second book there are 100 more pages than the first book. So how many pages did the second book have? So here children, we can see there are 164 pages in the first book, and in the second book there are 108 more pages than the first book. So to find out how many pages the second book has, we will have to find this value. Okay, so to find out this value, we will add 164 plus 108. So if we add these two numbers, we'll get the total number of pages which is there in the second book. Now let us learn how to write the steps for the same. So the first step will be for the number 164. So what will be the step? Number of pages in the first book. So there are 164 pages in the first book. So we'll place 164 in the last 3 blocks below H, T and O column. The second step will be for 108. So the second step will be number of more pages in the second book. So how many more pages are there in the second book? It is 108. So we'll write 108 below 164 in the last 3 blocks. Now we have to find out the total number of pages in the second book. So for that, the third step will be number of pages in the second book. So we will put a plus sign here and we will add it. Adding the ones place, we will get 4 plus 8 will give us 12. So we will write 2 in ones place and 1 will go as carry over in tens place. Now adding the tens place digits, 1 plus 6 will give us 7 and 7 plus 0 will give us 7. So we'll write 7 in the tens column. Now adding the hundreds place, we have 1 plus 1 that will give us 2. So the answer will be the second book has 272 pages. So I hope children you might have understood how to solve the sums related to these topics. Thank you so much everyone.